Pete, the kitchen garden's looking amazing. I mean, since I was here last month, everything's really sprouted and...
Yeah, also, a lot of stuff's gone in as well because there's a lot of tender crops that you can't really put in until the last frost is passed, and that was quite late this year. We had a tiny bit of frost at the beginning of June, which is really late,
So
and down the
what's a
south.
tender crop?
Things like the tomatoes, which are in here, so I only just put those in recently after the frost because they'd have died otherwise. Cape gooseberries as well, you know, those things that you see. They're like little paper lanterns with orange fruit inside.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can grow those in this country as well.
Yep.
So, but again, they don't like frost. So.
What's a tomatillo?
I guess it means little tomato, doesn't it, in Spanish? But it's a member of the tomato family, and again, it has this lovely kind of papery
Oh, like a lantern?
case. Yeah, I mean the proper name is calyx, and also Cape gooseberries have the same thing. And inside there'll be a little tomatoey like fruit, which will get bigger, but they're tartar. I mean, you can make them into, I think you make them in salsas and things like that. But yeah,
Are they a bit like chilies?
same family, but you know they're closer in taste and form to a tomato. But yeah, so I'm going to stick those in there today, next to the blackberries and the tayberries.
Blackberry and a tayberry.
Tayberry, which is a hybrid between a blackberry and a raspberry. And it comes from Scotland, hence the name. There's like Loganberry as well, the same kind of thing.
I've heard of loganberries, but never a tayberry.
Tayberries are similar, just a bit sharper, I think, and spinier. But I mean, these plants aren't very old. There's a bit of a crop this year, but there'll be more next year. But the blackberries are looking good. We moved the olive trees. That was a big job because you remember in those really big pots.
They were at the front
So
of the
they were pruned in late spring, and now they've been put in the ground. So there's one over there, and it should like it because it's a south-facing corner. It's nice and sunny. So it'll be happier there than it was in the pot, I think. And tomatoes have gone in recently. Can't really get away with growing tomatoes reliably outdoors in, say, the north of England or Scotland, but you can here, given a reasonable summer. So yeah, they've gone in, and what remains for me to do with all of these is to go through. There are two sorts of tomatoes basically. You get bush ones, which sort of spread everywhere and have lots and lots of side shoots, and you just let them sprawl. And then you have ones called cordon varieties, which naturally have a strong central stem, as you can see.
Yep.
But even so, these things still want to branch everywhere. Sweet peas, they were really good this year. Rather than starting them in pots, I just in the autumn when we cut them all down, I just sort of split open the pods and sowed them then, and they just came up much stronger than the ones that I bought previously. So yeah, really good display this year. I want to point out these spring cabbages, as these were sown, last July or something like that, and planted out in September, and they just grow really, really slowly. They don't do a lot till March, I suppose. Yep. And they're coming to the end of their life. They're big. It's starting to split now, but inside it's be a really lovely tight, white cabbage head. Really pleased with them.
They're huge.
Absolutely great. This is baby leeks, because you don't sow leeks where they are to grow eventually. You sow them in little blocks.
Why is that?
They just grow. Well, not all the seeds come up at once. So if you were to make a row of them, you might find it was very, very gappy. And they can grow at this size in very high densities. So it's a better use of land just to sow a load in a block. And then when they get to about the thickness of a pencil like this, you can take them out and you plant them individually. So you get a thing called a dibber, which is just a kind of it's a broken spade handle usually that's been turned into a bit of made into a bit of a point, and you dib a hole like that about 6 inches deep, and then you drop each one in and fill the hole up with water, which settles the soil around the roots, and then you space them about sort of foot apart, something like that if you want really big ones, or 6 inches if you don't want them quite so big. And so in about 2 or 3 weeks time, I'll transplant this lot to their own, to their final growing place, and then they'll keep going till I'll be eating them from September through till March probably. It's useful having a polytunnel or even cloches or something like that, because you can just get things that little bit quicker. So it has been very dry. The parsley that I sowed in the ground, direct in the ground, it's still quite small, so this may go to seed more quickly, but at least it kind of bridges the gap. So we do have a bit of parsley there, and there's lots of basil as well coming up. This is that nice small-leaved Greek basil.
Yep.
Really, really nice stuff.
So, Pete, you've been telling me about these massive garlic. That
Yeah,
you're
they've been
proud
good.
of.
They've been really good this year. This all went in October, so you put 1 clove in, and you get a whole bulb back because in the intervening time, it splits and swells. And this is this is ready if you want new season garlic. You know,
Yep.
the kind of wet stuff where the skins aren't yet papery. That's what this is, and I sent the first lot down to 15 restaurant this week.
Yep.
Anyway, should we dig some up and have a look?
Yeah, love to have a look.
Right, let's choose a fat looking one and have a look. So let's have a look. Ah, it's a nice size.
That is huge.
So for Britain, that's pretty good. We've got nice sandy soil here, and they like that. They like well drained soil. So
Amazing.
that's absolutely stunning. I'm pleased with that. But we've
Okay.
got traditional red stuff, and then we've got the orange coloured beetroots, and we've got some sort of cylindrical orange ones, cylindrical red ones, and then the pink ones as well.
Lovely. Thanks, mate.
No worries.